Well, 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 well. Oops, sorry about that. Good evening, lads and lasses. Oh, actually, good afternoon, lads, lasses, and non-binary folks. How are we all feeling today? My voice may sound a bit rougher, but that's just because I finished eating a pizza. Truly, the ideal lunch. Ooh, everything's not quite adjusted as I like it. Because today I was working with a student, all the way almost straight up till the scream, and I had to rush to eat lunch, so sorry for having to delay it quite a bit. A man needs to eat, unfortunately. A man cannot live on popularity alone. But yes, now we've reached the part of the Halo week where I have my favourite, one of my favourite games, ODST. And in preparation, I made a few funny props. With one funny prop in particular. If I can get it to work. Unfortunately, I should have just edited a soldier arm on it, but there you go. It's very difficult to make it work. So it doesn't stick to other props, but there, gun hand. There you go, I have a gun fist. Fear me, for I am mighty. I was going to do this instead of doing the suit again this time. I was going to take the suit off. Put that down there. Put the gun hand on the arm. Oop, get away. There you go, I was going to do something similar to this. I still can. Vaguely. There we go. What you're looking at is a masterpiece of modern cinema. But yes, a few half-baked ideas. Unfortunately, duty had called and I was unable to complete these ideas. But hey, we could leave the gun there if you want. Worked very hard on that gun. There we go. You know what? Screw it. Let's do it. Other than that, we should jump straight into the game. We've already lost enough time. But yes, ODST is what we're playing today. Orbital Shock Drop Troopers, the side story that came after Halo 3. I'm really curious to see what people will think when they come into the stream and see this. Maybe I should just put one of the little ones on my head. There we are. Tiny little man. I actually could add some tiny little man on my head. There you go. Today we are loopy. Clearly I'm quite tired. But yes, ODST. Little character-driven story, starring various characters, including someone voice acted by Nathan Fillion, my favourite. But we should probably just jump quickly into it. I have to stretch a bit more than I expected. The beautiful music. Let me jump out of the other screen. That one. Oh yes, look at my little gold boy. Clearly somebody else played this. I didn't realize you could edit your character in this. Huh. Active transfers. Interesting. Skills. Well, of course. Cowbell, Grand Birthday, and Rare Dialogue. We shall be going easy, though. Unfortunately. And let's go. But yes, ODST is a bit of a... feels like a bit of an anomaly, really. In the whole Halo series. I wonder why they did it, sometimes. But then it came just before Halo Reach, and in fact, the ODST that I have has a Halo Reach... beta in it.
It's Earth. Better late than never. How about you show some respect, Romeo? Just saying, Dutch. They missed one. No, they left it for us.
Oh, is it gonna be playing this game, is it? Oh, I forgot to turn off the...
You know the music.
There he is, boy.
Hello, beautiful.
Pods. Now.
Gotta love that vague sexism.
Replacements?
This many years into the war, who isn't?
At least they listen.
To me. And they're not gonna like what they hear.
Ooh.
Orders are orders.
Come on, Veronica. What could be more important than that carrier?
My orders. And Buck, call me Captain.
Ooh.
I'll pass on that dance.
History.
But you can show me where to sit.
What the hell kind of armor was she wearing?
History, my
Hello,
friend.
Wiki. I wasn't looking at her gear.
Why is he making that sound? Like he was looking at something else. Other than her face. You can't see anything in her gear.
Second to last. Right next to mine.
Cozy. You gonna tell us her name, Gunny?
Ms. Naval Intelligence. Our new boss.
Oh, brother.
So check your mouths, find your chairs, and get set for a combat drop.
Jeez, calm down, mate.
What the hell am I supposed to do with this inside a Covenant ship?
And there we are. The quiet.
Wake up, Buttercup.
Relax, rookie. He don't mean nothing. Besides, now's one of those times. Pays to be the strong, silent type.
Indeed it does. There we are. Our fabulous man ourselves, the Rookie. A fairly innocuous name for the absolute monster of combat we're about to be.
Latest intel reports Covenant troops are massing beneath the carrier.
They're pulling back? Why?
Not gonna find out way up here.
Troopers! We are green and very, very mean!
Down we go! Good God, there are a lot of us. I'm amazed they miss all the debris. Imagine how much debris would be around, and just a little fleck would be able to really screw you up. Just...
Yeah? Consider that a standing order.
Great squad. Fabulous dynamic.
15 clicks off the deck.
Stand by to adjust projectiles.
While we're dropping dramatically into orbit, what's everyone's drink for today? I've brought a white rose, a type of white tea from T2. It's a very good company. You should get T2 sometime. But white rose, it's white tea
The carrier's going to jump.
in the middle of a city.
Hot space rupture ignition.
EMP. Losing power. They blocked their chutes.
Oh dear, that could have gone better. Forgot that happened. Again, another game of Halo that starts with you careening into atmosphere. Brown creaming soda. But yes, the white rose tea is rose petals, white tea, and that's it, actually. White tea is very unprocessed. It's got the least caffeine of all teas as well. And the tea itself is a loose leaf that looks very leafy. It just looked like dried leaves, very thin dried leaves and petals. Very unprocessed, not like that black sort of grainy things that you get in most black teas. It's quite nice. Very delicate. Doesn't need any milk, which is nice. And it quite has a nice flavour on its own. So, what happened to our poor old Rookie? Quite a few hours after the drop. Clearly he did not pack his anti-unconsciousness pills. Ouch. What I need to do is 1. Game controls. Inverted but disabled. Auto look centering, disabled, crouch behavior. Toggle crouch. Oh. Oh, that's what you do appearance. Subtitles on, screen brightness high. Ah, can't change. Did they not have vibration back in? No, there was vibration. Ah, doesn't matter. You'd think there would be just one button you needed to press, or a key you needed to turn to get that to happen. Thump. Wouldn't want to be standing in front of that. This is a drop and a half. Oh, he carries 3 grenades. Maybe 4. Avoid combat to regain stamina. Uh-huh. Your health is low. Find a medical kiosk to restore health. Ah. Convenient. The future is now. Free healthcare. Walk up to a thing on the side of the street. Ah, yes. The visor. Ah, you can zoom in with this thing. Evening, everyone. The world record for this was like quite fast, 50 minutes, but then I watched the world record. The man uses a number of very hilarious glitches where he gets the enemies to hit him and he goes flying across the map. It's hilarious. I really would recommend giving it a watch. It's quite funny. He also does this a lot. I'm not too sure why. What's the map button? Don't we have a map? What happened to... Oh, the grunt explosion actually kills people, it says. I noticed that last time, too. Checkpoint. With that mysterious music. Militia ain't worth a spit. Oh dear. Clearly the local militia weren't very useful in this war. But yes. Evening. If I remember correctly, we're looking for a phone. But yes. Anyone else here played ODST? I feel like I should ask. Because ODST is one of those games that I think a lot of people didn't play. Or at least I've not heard as many people play ODST as I've heard play, you know, Halo 3 or Combat Evolved or Reach. Because it was a bit out there. No map. Yeah, I have. It's one of my favorites. Oh, fun. Probably my second favorite. It's just a very unique experience. Maybe I need to kill everyone. Yeah? Okay. I did have to kill everyone. I see. There it is. The phone. Because we have to access the superintendent. Virgil. Hey, we're Virgil. Going through the rings of hell with Dante. That's what I was looking for. Zoom. Mm-hmm. Tutorializing. Rookie, 6 hours after drop. Search Tari Plaza for ODST squad mate. If I remember correctly, it's through this door. Yes, ODST is an interesting story. It almost unfolds like a mystery of sorts. As Rookie, you travel through this silent city with very few enemies left in it. Few, relatively, of course. With your silenced pistol and your silenced pistol and your silenced machine gun. Speaking to no one, contemplating. The music never really gets strong, even when you're fighting enemies, which gives it this sort of almost unsettling atmosphere. And then you find places like this, full of corpses. And guns. Where you try and find the one piece of information that could give you a lead or clue. Rookie doesn't talk to anyone because he's never with anyone else. Therefore, it's not strange that he would find himself in a situation where he wouldn't require to talk. Therefore, not need a voice actor. Convenient. Where is everyone and what happened? You were asleep for 6 hours. It's time to find out what happened in those 6 hours. It also doesn't stay on Rookie, which is nice. As you'll soon discover. Giving itself this sort of strange aspect of things. Because you know what helmet that is? It's got Dare on it. And it looks like a recon helmet. Which means it's old Veronica's helmet. Doesn't certainly bode well for her.
You gonna tell us her name, Gunny?
Ms. Naval Intelligence. Our new boss. So check your mouths, find your chairs, and get set for a combat drop.
And so it begins. Oh wow, the loading screen was so much faster than it was on the Xbox 360. If only I had the ODSTs as PNGs, I should have put them all over my head. I should have put the who I was at the time on my head. Still probably good. There it goes. So we're now Buck. Oh well.
Squad, what's the status? Do you still over with me, Buck?
Yeah. Give me a sec.
Good. My hatch won't open. How about yours?
Didn't put your seat on properly there, mate. Should have put your seatbelt on, mate.
Right. When you get done fooling around, I could use some help.
Did I do something wrong? Because the only thing I regret about you and me, not knowing you were a spook when we first met. I would have been a lot less charming.
That's what I missed most about you, Buck. Where your mouth was always a little faster than your brain. Look, don't start about my job. We both agreed to end it.
That was years ago, Veronica. I'm a little fuzzy on the details. Must have met a lot of other saps since then. Why pick me for the safari?
First, you're the best soldier I know, and second, I don't remember that night. What you asked me.
Bringing personal questions in, eh?
Remember not getting an answer.
Say again, Buck. You're breaking.
I said stay put. I'm on my way.
Certainly they are breaking up. In fact, you have.
Covenant. Be careful.
I appreciate the concern.
This one...
The rescue if you're dead.
This one scans a lot more like a, yes. A classic... people action... I don't know all the terminology. I knew the terms at some point. Take that, mate. I'm gonna try one of the strats, actually. If I do remember where it is, I'm gonna try it. It'll be funny.
Trooper, over here!
Oh, hello.
Saw your pod hit. You're one lucky SOB.
Indeed I am.
See any more come down?
Ah, negative. But I didn't see much of anything after that flash. But listen, some of these buildings are open. Should be able to get inside. Flank the Covenant on the streets.
I see. I'm not going to.
Die!
Wow, you throw your grenades.
Another one.
Go flying.
Changing mag.
They also carry a lot less ammunition, these guys.
Never turn your back on the Marine.
There it is. Okay. Kill you. Now, it was... something like... yeah, it was something like that, except he flew down the street. Ow! It was something a bit like that. Oh dear, what happened here? Ah, that's right. This is about the time. This is where you get your timing. It's about the time of the...
All the dead elites.
What do you mean?
Looks like a family feud, like they were killed by brutes.
the brutes versus the elites.
Classified.
So that's just after that happened. These guys didn't know about it, so...
Got a little jackal problem.
An overcharged plasma pistol shot will neutralize their shield. You should also take down a brute's armor.
Oh yeah? Where were you a minute ago?
Still trapped inside my pod.
Ooh. Yes, old Nathan Fillion. He does a lot around the... I think he was the guy who played that everyone's favorite character in Bungie's other IP, Destiny. What is his name? Cade 6? That was Nathan Fillion, right?
We're pinned down. Cut through this building. Hit him from behind. behind.
Why would I do that when I have a pistol? Or in this case, a carbine. Goodness gracious, guys. Guess they don't have tough armor like me.
Location.
Almost there. What's wrong?
Multiple hostiles closing on my position.
Oh dear.
Listen carefully. If I don't make it,
Whoa, hang on. I'll be right there.
Yeah, don't start talking like that, Matt.
spotted me.
No! Veronica,
Did that hunter just kill itself?
don't move. I'm coming. Here?
I think I just watched a hunter kill itself. Did you see that? It just beached itself against the car. Ow. Oh, thank God for easy. The speedrun I actually watched was on easy too. Thank you. Oh, lost items can be claimed on the lower levels. Yes, I seem to have lost a person. Does that count as a lost item? It's much more classic action movie once you move into these scenes. It's got an interesting dynamic to the whole game, with this jump between action movie with character drama and friends to this contemplative dark mood of the city after the battle is done.
Oh, nuts. Whoa, whoa! Whoa!
Fun times with engineers. Hey, hey. And that is how the helmet ended up in the building. So technically all these scenes are being rewatched through the superintendent's database. That AI machine that you connected to.
Hey, Romeo. You got your ears on? Oh, I get it. Permission to speak, smartass.
No, I don't know what it was. But it was gonna grease your ass good. Just like it did the captain.
Yeah, maybe. You're from Mickey, Dutch?
Negative.
The rookie. We need to get above this crap. Link with the B-net. One of our drones must have seen where they hit.
So we're popping smoke in the lady's mission? Did she ever tell you what she wanted?
No. Never.
In the dark as always. As in the dark as the rookie is.
Now is getting my men out of this city. Even you.
Oh, Buck. Quite an accomplished soldier, Buck is. He was on Reach. It's a bit of an Easter egg, but yes, you meet Buck in Reach. When you're evacuating New Alexandria. It's quite fun, really. And he turns up in 4? Does he become a Spartan 4 in 4? Ba-dum, ba-dum. I think this particular soundtrack is called Rain. It's kind of somber jazz. Yes, Rain, or Deference for Darkness. Oh, look at that. The old Xbox 360 achievements. Deference for Darkness, or Rain. Just creates this contemplative atmosphere that I quite enjoy. Reminds me of some of the quieter scenes, and I've forgotten how to actually turn on my... That's it. The quieter scenes in the Halo games. My nephew actually once showed me a analyzation, musical analysis. He's trained in that sort of thing. He showed me a video about musical analysis of this particular song. Now I can't remember any of the points in it, but I do remember it quite enjoyable. I should watch that video again. I'm also a fan of jazz. This sort of jazz, especially with that kind of saxophone. Even though it's kind of orchestral jazz, isn't it? It's an interesting way to break up the missions, too. Heading to down here. Uplift reserve.
Place the charge before I lose my grip.
Place what charge?
It's armed and ready to explode if any human gets too close.
Silliness. Naughty, naughty! Oh dear, they really do explode in this game. All these cities. City doesn't look nearly as futuristic as the New Alexandria city in Reach. But I suppose this is probably based on an old city layout that was already here before the future came. I doubt it took... that New Mombasa was built in the last 20 years. Likely built a long time ago. Broken ghosts. Oh, enemy contacts. Eh? Damn. Oh, you take that. Let's go the other way. Oh, there's an invisible guy. And hey, our stuff can see him. Damn. Looks like I should be able to get through here. Guess there's no short way to success. Ooh. Flaming grenades. Quite nice. Just checking my heading. Wow, this place is in... well, it certainly could be in better condition. Goodness gracious. Is that a fallen ship? Was that a building that was meant to be there? Oh, there we are. Oop, dear, calm down. In drone fighter optics.
hear from Mickey, Dutch?
Negative.
We need to get above this crap. Link with the B-net. One of our drones must have seen where they hit.
Perhaps they did. Subroutine Virgil. I wonder if they are making a reference to the Divine Comedy, with the fact that this is Virgil. Subroutine Virgil. Guiding our Dante, the rookie, through the circles of hell, I suppose, through the past. Speaking of, it's time to be the sapper of the team.
I'm keeping my boots on the ground.
The sapper of the team. And a Spartan laser that isn't just wielded by a Spartan. Look, pandas and tigers. Shame you don't actually see any of them. Boom boom. Boom boom. If I remember correctly, this is a vehicle section.
Help us secure the vehicle. Watch that chopper. Hit it head on and it'll tear us to pieces.
The hell was just shooting us? Is our own allies shooting us?
Foxtrot is Foxtrotted.
Thanks for the assist, Trooper.
Be nice
Warthog moving. Our CO needs us to clear this sector.
if you didn't just drive off without me. Crazy bastard. I just got left behind.
Let's do this, Trooper. You drive, I'll shoot.
Got left behind by my own squad of people. Immediately flipped the car. All because I did an intelligent strategic move of...
Over here, help us secure this vehicle. Fire on those bastards. Watch that chopper. Hit it head on and it'll tear us to pieces. Keep moving. Don't let that wraith take a shot at us.
You're the one who's driving, mate. Surprisingly competent, actually.
Swing around behind the wraith. It's got less armor in back.
Great advice. Perhaps you should take it.
Let's do this, Trooper. You drive, I'll shoot.
And then shoot, bloody hell, mate. Boom boom. Easy was definitely the right choice in this particular situation. Vehicle sections, as I discovered in Halo 3's engine, tend to be really difficult when you're by yourself.
Colonel, sector's clear and we found some backup. Say again, Marine. I got drones overhead and Oni brass yelling in my ear.
ODST reporting for duty, sir.
Nice of you to drop in, Trooper. Head through the park to my 2nd platoon's location. They're taking heavy casualties. Need immediate assistance.
Roger that.
Oh no! They killed the zebras! Now this is personal. I'll make them striped black and blue if they're not careful. Killing the bloody zebras. Why would they do that? So bloody rude. What did the wildlife ever do to you, you bloody bastards?
I don't know.
That's too bad. We're gonna need all the men we can get.
Why the hell did that car just flip?
Kill that goat before it raises the alarm.
Oh. Might grab that fuel rod, Kellen. Because who needs machine guns when you've... Not what I meant to do. I'm trying to pick up the... Get the bloody hell out of my seat. Oh, I also just realised all these maids don't have an Australian accent. They finally hired some of them... some American voice actors. Though considering we're in Central Africa, I don't know how much better that is.
Colonel, you know the Covenant carrier that slipped away from the city?
Mm-hmm.
We need to secure its old LZ. Snatch a Tier 1 asset.
Fabulous. Why is there a Tier 1 asset where a ship has vanished into subspace?
Come around, give me an angle.
Trooper, this is 2nd Platoon. See what you can do about those raids.
Laser up. Where's the colonel?
Pinned down near the Covenant LZ. Once we clear this enemy armor, we can roll across the bridge to his location.
Blasted. I was hoping I'd be able to hit some of the Wraith from... well, I was hoping I'd be able to grab this sniper. Not gonna happen, I don't think. Sort of need these two guns to destroy the Wraiths. Woo! Wow, this car seems so much more stable than the one I last drove. Vroom.
Man down, man down.
Actually finding it harder to talk. Now, I'm finding it actually quite difficult to talk during this game. I'm not too sure why. I just really enjoy this game.
Got him.
Trooper, drive towards the space elevator.
Concentration max. Well, I did do a lot of work this morning. I spent about 2 hours, an hour and a half with a student that I was teaching. Oh, jeez, calm down. I'm looking for that bloody, There's a fuel rod killing around here. There it is. Yuck. I'm the sapper fella. I need as many explosives and heavy weapons as possible. Where was I going? Thank God for waypoints. Because I would get lost constantly if I didn't have them. There it goes. Oh, that's what destroyed the thing.
What the hell just happened?
Subspace rupture. Must have weakened the support rings. All units. Target assets are on the move. Everyone clear the area before more debris comes down.
Ouch.
Colonel? Sir!
I think the colonel might have just taken out.
Trooper, head up the hill!
Last commands, mate. Drive up and out of the park. I really hope there weren't any endangered species in this park. Our car is not in good condition right now. We've got a ghost and it's not even Halloween! Ah, there's the Australian! It's clear these clowns who's in charge, mate! There's always one of them. Hey. Dear bloody god. At least they seem to have been just as hard hit by this whole tragic situation. Whoa! Whoa! Wow! This car is far more stable than the one in Halo 3. What happened to those troopers? Oopsie daisies.
Lord, I didn't train to be a pilot. Tell me I don't have any more flying to do today.
Unfortunately, mate, I think you might. Oh look! A new modern art piece.
So, was that a yes or a no?
Just walk.
Amen.
Just bloody walk, mate. I think you in vehicles, not a good match. I just realised I never used that fuel rod cannon. Back we go. To the rookie. There is certainly a lot more funny dialogue in this game, too. Amen. Oh, it's been a while since I've played this, though. Where am I heading to? Oh, wow. Quite the journey. Oop. Up goes the automatic barriers to stop people from going places. Please walk. Oh, they're lights. Interesting. Shame this whole city turns to glass soon after this. Because, you know, the whole flood thing. Poor old New Mombasa really takes it this time. The sun is rising in the distance, and all that is a giant fire in the distance. Wow, you have got to work on your accuracy there, mate. Thanks for the shield, mate. That's very kind of you. There's also, if you go find these ringing phones, there's a series of audio logs about a girl traveling through the city as it's being attacked. I believe the girl is somehow related to the person who made the superintendent. The actual thing that we're using to navigate the city. I've never once collected all the audio logs, though. There are a lot of them. And it's an interesting little story. Very well voice acted, because it's all voice. Quite impressive, actually. The first time I've actually heard an accent that seems appropriate for Africa. But maybe that was my memory, just changing things. Because everyone else sounds like Americans or Australians for some reason. Oh. Yeah. Suppose this will work. Bit of a shortcut. Cutting through the buildings. Oh, evening, everyone. These bastards are tough. Oh, some dead elites. Naughty, naughty. Ah, out this way. Not through the building. Wow, that does not look like a door that can open. Very nice of the superintendent to track all these enemies for me. It's hard to tell if I could make it through that way. I think I can. Maybe. I wonder what all these big walls are about. Blockades, I suppose. Got snuck up on. Guess I can't make it through here, eh? Huh. This is where being a speedrunner would make it faster. You don't really move any slower with this big gun, which is pretty surprising considering you're not a 7-foot-tall monster of a man. You're just an ODST. Oh, another one of these security doors. Goodness. More sandbags in here than a bloody flood. Would sandbags even work that well against... Oh, look. Oh, a drop pod. Seems one of our allies was nearby. Didn't take his gun, though. Perhaps it was Romeo, considering how close we are to the plaza that we were at before. But yeah. Now, where are you? What high adventure have they got not do this time? Beacon is nearby. Look for a bright yellow object. It's probably up on the balcony. No? No, it doesn't seem to be. I actually never remember where these things are, no matter how many times I play this game. Must be inside. Wherever could it be? I'm lost in the dark. I didn't think so. I'm lost in the dark. Can't find my way. Ah, there's the staircase. Those bloody backwards hallways are always difficult to see in the dark. Ooh, ouch. Oh dear. Quite the casualties for this one. Oh, it's a gun. Ghost turret. Well, it's not in great condition now.
Scattered, dead, I don't know.
That's too bad. We're gonna need all the men we can get.
I think this game mostly speaks for itself. It feels very difficult to say anything. It's doing that. Unraveling the last 6 hours. Fun!
Hey, where's the fight at?
Why is everyone running away? Everyone's just retreating furiously. Ouch!
Son of a gun!
Want to live? Get your ass out of the street.
Wait for me!
Oh, Wraith is gone. Got it.
Backblast clear!
Evening.
Quick, silent, be dead.
Can I have the tank now?
Scorpion tank trooper before the Wraith takes it out.
Don't worry.
That Wraith is killing us. Blow it to pieces.
I already have, mate.
Come on, trooper. Don't let the Wraith kill our tank.
The tank level. Always so soon after the car level. Oh, another bot. Very interesting. Wow. Wraiths are bloody tough in this game.
Good work, trooper. Covenant's been rolling us back block by block. Every Marine in the city is heading for a rally point near the Naval Intelligence Building. You ought to come with us.
Sure, as long as I get to drive the tank.
Absolutely positive, isn't it? And again, why does it always seem these explosives guys always are? Wow. I'll show you the secrets of space if you don't care. If you're not careful, mate. Ow, bastard. Game over.
Squad of Marines pinned down, far corner of the next plaza. It's packed with Covenant, trooper. Once you commit, don't stop moving.
Ow, 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 ow. How is that thing not blown up? That could have been terrible if it did. I have the equivalent of a... Ah, he's back. Good to know old mate with his cracked voice is back. Where are these enemies they're all shooting at? There they are. We done?
Everyone pile on. We're pushing to the rally point.
I spotted a whole column of hostile armor headed in that direction.
Don't worry. This ODST we got, he's an artist with high explosives.
Thank you. I do my best and aim to please. And also the game is uneasy. But none of you know that. Ah! This plaza. No. Wow, this tank is fast!
Fuel rod cannon up high. Head to the security door to Kizingo Boulevard. Fastest way to the rally point.
Oh, there's another tank.
Placing a beacon on the door. Let's move, Trooper.
How many tanks do they just have lying around? Here, you have a tank, you have a tank, you have a tank.
Trooper, doors unlocked. Roll on through.
Bloody game is the Oprah Winfrey of tanks.
Ghost turret's hot. Ready to fire.
Relax, Marine. Wait until they're in the kill zone.
Ghosts. They'll see me for sure. I gotta take the shot.
I said hold your fire. Concentrate on the race at the end of the... Ah, hell. Backblast clear. Let them have it.
Damn it. The old ghost start. I want to use that ghost turret a bit. One of you can drive the bloody thing. I want to use this ghost turret. Dude, that's... No. Oh, he's flipping his ghost. He's just hiding from us. Let me into the bloody thing. Off we go. Let's go meet Dutch. Shame the tank wasn't here when I came here last. As the rookie.
What are you doing up there?
I'm on a rocket. Kill that ray.
Moving to my position. Mickey, over here.
Hey, Dutch.
Oh, crap! Watch the door.
Wow, these ODSTs, I always underestimate how bloody far they can throw grenades. He sent sent Dutch flying. Man, a tank would be really handy here.
Get off your planet. Reload it.
Hooray! Maximum concentration. These bubbles are really quite useful when they put them down. Hey, everyone!
Jumped in behind us. They must know this is our rally point.
Terrific.
Office of Naval Intelligence.
High ground. Move it. Move it. Everyone, find some cover.
I'll find cover when I bloody well want to, mate. The only cover I need is a cover of Hurt by Johnny Cash. Or maybe a Passenger song. I could do with a cover for a Passenger song.
Bye-bye. You're toast.
In fact, I should have just said the only cover I need is
Heavy weapons for that.
is Johnny Cash's cover of Hurt. And Frank Sinatra's cover of My Way.
Kill those runners, Mickey. They're trying to flank us.
Reloading.
Oh, he can't mount vehicles. Burn in the Prophet's fire. Negric 2. Could burn a hole in his face for all I bloody care.
Cover.
How's this taste?
Like whatever an explosion tastes like, I imagine.
We got any heavy weapons for that wraith?
Negative. I'll draw fire. You try and board it. Kill those runners, Mickey. They're trying to flank us.
They say, watch your asses. Woo! Wow, the explosions. Was My Way a cover? Wasn't it? I could have sworn I heard something about it being a cover. Did I get a... I may have remembered miscorrectly. Probably should look it up. Don't want to spread misinformation about the important things of my work. I'm actually curious now. We'll look that up. Hopefully not get shot to death. Maybe it wasn't. I wonder where I heard that from.
Target down. Low on ammo.
It is a classic, though. Yay! It was. Ah. See, I knew I was right. Don't make me bloody question myself, card box. My mind's like a steel trap. Yes, it is. Popularized by Frank Sinatra. See? I do remember these things. Ha! Wonder where I remember that from. Probably around the time it actually was played. I would only been very young then. Far less grey hairs when that song came out. Frank Sinatra said to the music of the French song, Homme de Habitude. The prayers written by the French songwriters Claude Francis and Jacques Revaux. All for the show, its English lyrics were written by Paul Anka and are unrelated to the original French song. Look at that. Just a wealth of bloody knowledge I am. You learn new things every day, eh, Cardbox? You would have thought this stream where I'm unraveling some sort of mystery would in fact teach you about Frank Sinatra's My Way in the 25th century. Get back, you prick. My beam rifle. Okay. To the Office of Naval Intelligence. Oh no, the tank! That's where we'll find our next clue. So we know Mickey and Dutch met up at some point. But we don't know when they met up with the rest of the squad. Or where Romeo came from to meet Buck. Or where the captain is. Because we only found our helmet. Wow, they really threw a large amount of explosives in those engineers, didn't they? Kind of rude, really. What those little engineers ever do to you? Oh. Oh, please collect your tickets, it says. Goodness gracious, gave me a lot of tickets. Please collect all of the tickets. Am I supposed to go in there? Give me a ticket. No. I guess there's some way to find it. Ah, I guess I just go through the door. Oh dear. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Hooray! They think they can escape using zigzag patterns. They are sorely mistaken. Let me just open the damn door. Thank you. Health packs. Ah, there we are. Well, we're certainly not getting across to there. Bloody hell, what happened to that place? Well, I guess they blew it up.
Stand by. Done with
The rogue detonator flew all the way over here from the building. Hope nobody was standing there. Gonna end up with a very particularly new hat and a strangely shaped head. A very avant-garde fashion style. It's called L'Explosion. It's called the Halifax. The newest style out of Nova Scotia.
Hurry up. Look, you want to do this? Be my guest. But this ain't a job you want to rush.
That do it?
Signal's good. Arm the other detonators and pull back to me.
That guy's under a lot of
We
fire.
gotta blow this bridge. Dutch, arm the other charges.
What about those raids?
Forget about them. We got explosives to set.
Fair enough.
Follow me. Arm the charges.
Wow, these are some absolutely massive charges.
That's the last one, Dutch. Everyone behind those barriers. Bridge is set to blow.
Come on, Super. Unlock the keypad. If you don't let us trigger those charges, in a few minutes, your data center is going to be crawling with Covenant.
Watchtower, Dutch. Get up there and pull the trigger.
Bridge toll accepted. Have a pleasant trip.
Oh, yeah! That's the way.
Just to piss him off. Pinpoint. Pinpoint indeed. Ooh, a ghost turret.
Ah, man, Covenant landing on the other side of the wall. Come on, Dutch. Those cops aren't gonna last long against folks. All right. Dutch, down here. Head through the tunnel, under the wall.
Quite the set of emplacements they've got set up here. Ah, so this is the building that's on fire. We're on the other side.
I smell a stinky trap, guys. But we bet you, Private.
Well, nobody crossed my stream.
Very good.
Stupid. Eat it.
I love it.
Bloody hunters. Hunt on this, mate. Goodness. Those Marines were not in good condition after that. Ow, indeed.
Things are about to get really exciting.
I hope they aren't. You don't want really exciting in a war zone.
Bim bam in a brain pan.
Alright, one.
Can't be all of them.
Why would you say that, mate? That is the one thing you don't want to say during a fight like this.
All teams, hold the ridge. Don't let them near the Audi building.
Last bag.
You're saying that to grunts, eh? Show no fear, he says. I'm about to show them what true fear truly means. Hey, you thought, didn't you?
Just die. Oh, what a throw!
Don't you dare zoom at me. Have that.
What a throw!
That was not a throw. You just placed it in their lap. Goodness, Mickey.
Help me look for him. Reloading.
Fall back. I can beat. Fall back to the top of the ridge.
I will fall back whenever the bloody hell I think I want to fall back. I was doing perfectly well down here, thank you very much. Everyone's saying hooray. I'm singing my praises. Wow, those walls actually are quite good at stopping the Wraith, aren't they? Let me just deal with it for a moment. Ooh, wow, they're good shots. I'll do whatever I bloody want! Rambo! Grind their bones beneath your feet. They're putting a lot of energy into getting rid of us, aren't they? Let me just kill this last Wraith. Okay, we can go now. Hoorah! Go inside the building.
Yeah, we did it.
We retreated? Yeah! Woo! Fun! Bit too excited for the fact you ran away.
Hurry up, man. Check those charges.
Wait, what? More explosives?
Yeah, what gives? I thought we were supposed to protect this building.
I have orders to deny enemy access to all classified data housed in this facility. You don't like it, jump your butts back into orbit.
Only thing I don't like is that our butts are currently inside this facility.
Fair enough.
They're cutting through the door. Settle down, people. Find some cover. Someone man that turret. All right, here they come. Watch your front of fire, people.
Focus your fire to the right.
Hey! It was like clay pigeon shooting. It's like clay pigeon. Boom! Hey! Pow! Hey, I got one! Give me a point. Where are the brutes?
They're coming in on the left. Adjust your fire.
Got him! Low on ammo.
Left side, Dutch.
Really shouldn't be throwing high explosives around. More high explosives. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Nope, the bodies are still falling from the sky. They're gonna come from behind us, aren't they? No?
That was easy.
Don't say that.
Good work, people.
Yep, I can hear them.
Phantom, dropping reinforcements. Cover your rear, trooper. We got a hostile
Target down!
The concentration is immense. Why is there a hole in a building? That seems like an awful place for a hole. That was gonna happen though, let's be honest. Me and holes in the ground. Evening. Fall down hole number 1. You know, it hasn't happened as much as I expected it to. Wow, the punch. Wow, that punch is violent. Yeah, take that. Cha-ching. Bitches. So.
I just saw my life flash before me. It sucked.
That's tragic, man. But understandable.
Cover me, reloading.
I saw my life flash before my eyes as well.
Come to my position.
Wow, nobody else survived that? Really? Yep, another bot.
Look into my eyes.
I'm looking into your eyes. Ooh, fun.
Everyone on the elevator. I put enough charges in this shaft to blow this building twice.
All right, that's
Well, at least take the building out for dinner first.
If anyone's taking this place out, it's gonna be me.
Oh, gotta get rid of these bot messages.
On the roof.
Oh. Oh,
Where the heck did these buggers come from?
Underground.
so many bots coming to watch today. Is it a national bot day or something? Don't know. They've only ever turned up in comments before yesterday and today. Maybe it's because I've streamed so often this week. Perhaps it's attracts some attention. Or perhaps there's been so much attention on me this week. And it's also attracted attention. That's one of the many reasons it could be. But be not either. Oh dear. Hello, everyone. Shotgun does not feel nearly as strong in this game. Let's go. Back off, mate. Oh dear, that fallen elevator really made a mess of the place, didn't it? Goodness.
Fantastic. Headshot.
Ah! This time it's our turn to have a phantom come in. Well, pelican. Come in. Hey, boys!
There's our ride. Go, go, go.
In we go. Time to blow this place to kingdom come.
Hey, you fellas
They
know
blew us.
Sergeant Buck?
Sure do.
Patching him through.
Glad you boys are safe and sound.
Likewise, Gunny.
Almost blew me back home to Australia.
We're in the police HQ.
Can you take us there?
Affirmative.
All right.
I am shocked the police are still involved in this fight. I guess they're the militia they talked about?
This day ain't turning out so bad after all.
Good bloody god. It was such a nice and beautiful building before this. A shame. The things that war takes from us. Giant cubes. What we shall ever do without the giant cube. I need more tea. Oh well, I'll have to make some. Some water with a dash of vanilla in it. Really is. Oh, wow. That was impressive. Oh look, there's that wraith I blew up with the ghost heart. I think this is the only one of the Halo games where I would actually accept silence at some points, especially during these parts. And there was and make sure there was some ambient noise elsewhere, and there is. You've got the car alarms going off, and the... Not much pedestrian space on these streets, I've realized. I guess there's a lot of walkways upstairs. Or perhaps it's one of those sort of situations where all cars are automatic, so it's more like all the roads are more like a flowing traffic. I know why there are so many bots, speaking of. It's because they're coming to see the superintendent, the star of the show, the bot in this game. Ah, leave him be. No need to shoot him. But yeah, they're here for the superintendent, their best friend. Their favourite character. Because Cortana is too human, they don't like her. Maybe that's why they came yesterday too, with Cortana being all sultry and dramatic while she's being consumed. Oh yes! If I remember correctly, there's this whole thing you can do where you can get, like, secret keys for loot in the area, so you can get very fancy guns during these sections. If you collect enough of the files or something like that. Ow. At least the melee actually works this time. Back off. There's a second one somewhere, I'm sure. Damn, I was hoping I could set the car alarm off. That'd be funny. Ah, bloody engineer. Now, become an aerial drop for me, could you? Oh, that couldn't have been us. Oh, there we are. I'm a ghost! Wow! Bloody brush with that ghost almost killed me. Where's my free healthcare? I found our objective. Ah well. Grab that then. Inspect sniper rifle. He's like, Get it down. Come on. Tragic what happened to that sniper rifle though. Damn. Yep, that's not gonna move.
Can you take us there?
Affirmative.
All right. You two up top.
Wow, that gun looks really good from a distance. From what I can see from a distance, it looks quite like I'm actually holding a gun up. Properly, and not just having an extra arm sticking out of my back. Oh, finally we're playing Romeo, the fellow with the sniper. This does not bode well for Romeo, however. If that's what his sniper rifle looks like. Also, how did I get up on the power line?
Clear? Yeah, we're good.
Answers we will have.
Hey, rookie.
And how
you
this
out
is.
there?
Nope.
Respond. That's an order.
He's currently...
Even if he ain't dead, he's lost in that soup. My comms can't cut through that.
He's currently asleep, having a good nap.
What if it were you down there?
Just saying. I ain't dead.
You're a piece of work, Romeo.
Welcome aboard, ladies. First stop, anywhere but here.
Banshees, on your 6. Hit the deck.
A shame, it was... such a nice police pelican.
Mickey, Dutch! Status! Alive or dead, we're pulling them out. You hear me? Make some noise. I got your back. Back inside. Let's find that pelican.
Pelican's landing never goes well.
We sidestepped on the way up.
Now we get to kill them.
They were stealthy. Hey, they didn't make us do the stealth section. They did it off screen.
Picking such a tall building.
Kind.
I'm really digging all these stairs.
Do you ever get tired of bitching, Romeo? They haven't...
Well, his name is Romeo Romeo. Where art thou, Romeo?
That did it. Shoot and scoot.
The Dome Inspector.
That turret's fire. You kill the operator.
You guys suck!
Yay! The Dome Inspector. Very good dome.
Romeo, let's do these doors!
Oh, bloody hell.
Jackals with carbines up top. Watch yourself. Grab them for you, jackass.
Scoreboard. Come on, Romeo. We gotta kill
Domio, Domio, wherefore art thou, Domio?
Reloading.
Anyway, people named Romeo probably aren't known for their particularly, non-emotional nature. I can't imagine naming my kid Romeo without expecting them to turn out at least a little melodramatic.
We're down, Gunny. On a rooftop, northeast of your location.
Stay put, Dutch. We'll come to you.
You will indeed. Now give me all the ammunition you can get.
Hello? Anyone in there?
I don't know why all these NPCs keep shooting corpses.
Ammo, Romeo. These boys won't need it.
No.
We're in a better place now.
These police officers certainly tried hard, didn't they? No offense to the police, but their job wouldn't be particularly to fight a war.
Romeo, get to work. Headshot. Sniper, take cover. You're mine.
Jetpack brutes. Don't let him get behind us.
That was such a close shot.
Sniper is out of commission.
Reloading.
These snipers.
What a bunch of milquetoast.
Bunch of milk toast, sir. Clever.
Sit down, sucker.
Oh, the other one just got into the... You've got a jump pack. Why are you getting into a turret?
Here's history.
Seems like a
Nice work.
fairly, inane plan. Your mobility was your greatest asset. Now, where are we going?
Keep pressing. We gotta get to that crash site.
Wait. Is that a phantom carrying 100? Oh, it was. Evening, everyone. Ah, that satisfying little boop. Wish more enemies had it.
Scoreboard.
Move your ass, Romeo. Let's go.
I'm clearing out the enemies, thank you very much.
Eyes up, boys. They're right in front of us.
Reloading. I stuck him.
There's more.
Your mom does monkey tricks.
We've got bogeys.
Last mag.
Gunny, we moved one of those construction cranes, made a bridge to our location. Affirmative. We're almost there.
Right here. Boom, boom. Don't know why we're moving silently.
Clean 'em up, boys.
Hello. Good to meet you all. How are you all doing? I'm doing well. How are you doing?
That's the bridge? Gotta be kidding me.
Very action movie. Funnily enough, they could control the crane from there. I don't know how they did that.
Banshees!
Let's get the hell off this thing.
That's on a completely different building, this crane. Ooh. Bloody hell. I really hope this wouldn't shake this much normally. Oh, the Pelican's in surprisingly good condition. So my character's hand is phasing through the gun of this. Stop being so angry. Somebody check out that bloody thing. You've all got rocket launcher guns.
What's our situation? Bird's wasted. Lost the pilot on impact. Rest of us are okay.
Not for long. Phantom's inbound. Phantom to
Why
our
am I
right.
not surprised?
Pick a turret, Romeo. Conserve your ammo. This is gonna get hot.
Oh wow! That worked. Honestly, wasn't expecting that. We're more likely to be killed by the bloody debris. Wow, this police helicopter had... Oh wow. Listen to that.
Hostiles lower level. Clear them out. Cover your ears.
Ooh.
I'll take the turret.
Wow. That guitar is very fun.
Phantom coming in left. I have him in my sight. Turret down.
Hallelujah. How much heavy ordnance was on that Pelican? Barely room for anyone to get on the thing. The absurdly large amount of heavy ordnance on this thing. And why are they committing so much forces to this group of 5 people? What did we do to piss them off? I would not want to play this place in Legendary. Boom. Haha! Two of them in one. How do you know that? Wow, I guess this was the guy we pissed off. Thank God for the sniper. Didn't cut you in half then.
Get that thing off of me.
Oh, they took 4 men to kill one of them.
How bad?
Couldn't happen to a worse man.
Not good.
We're gonna get you out of here.
Not by air, we're not.
That's all right. I know another way.
Couldn't have happened to a better man. Oh, Romeo. Your comeuppance has come. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? In the ER at the hospital. Well, at least that's where he wants to be. Ah, VGA Awards was tonight. Yes, I did hear it, but I did see that. Somebody, VGA Awards. People were expecting more information from various games. How'd that go? Anything interesting, Max? Any bots in the chat of the VGA Awards? Also, how are you doing, Max? It's very good to see you. Mech, not Mexed. Oh, that would have been amazing if I got him. Plenty! Ah! I'll have to go back and see all the gaming trailers. I occasionally like sitting down and watching them. They're sometimes quite fun. Anything very interesting happening? Any more, I don't know, Elden Ring gameplay or something? Also, who won the awards? Who won the VGA awards? Doing alright. Guess got done with the VGA awards, yeah. Anyone interesting win the awards? Looks like a lot of good games are coming out next year. It always feels like that. I always feel like that. I have that feeling every year. Every year I'm sitting at the end of the year going, wow, next year is going to be great for video games, or great for movies, or great for books. But I feel like I have that every year. I just think I look forward to things. Which is a good thing. I suppose. Ah, bastard. Let's go this way. Honestly, I was just watching the trailers. It's a Game Awards, and no one was watching the actual awards? Who won Game of the Year? Metroid Dread won. Oh. Game of the Year, I assume? But I have got to get around to playing some Metroidvanias at some point. I do own all the I own a Castlevania Classic collection, I think. I don't think we'll ever finish Castlevania. There's one spitting coins everywhere. Fun. If the society hadn't collapsed in this immediate area, then we might be in a good situation. Metroid Dread. It did look like everyone really quite liked that game. First Metroid-ish Metroid game, 2D Metroid game in a while, right? Well, 2.5D technically, but it's operates like a normal Metroid game. Goodness. It takes two one Game of the Year. Oh! Oh, here's some big truck thing. It Takes Two. If only I had a significant other, we could play that together. And maybe it would help us solve our relationship issues, but I don't. So. C'est la vie. A friend of mine wanted to play that though. A younger friend that I got, our friendship started in one of my jobs years ago. Got a few years younger than me, but he always likes playing games with me. The month or two we ever play games together. It's like a every 6 month sort of event. We played A Way Out last time we played together. Actually, I think it was him who I played Halo with last, actually. He visited. And we played Halo for a bit. I don't know if we played all the games, because I played it with my nephews, and then just after I played it with my nephews, I played it with him. I've watched somebody play It Takes Two, speaking of, getting back to the topic. Oh. Right on top of it. Ah, there it is. Big biofoam canister. And it looked like quite a fun piece of pulling game with a nice poignant message about relationships and divorce.
We're gonna get you out of here.
Space Marine 2? You mean that Warhammer 40k Space Marines game? I have that on my shelf right now. It broke, it never works anymore. I don't have anyone to play with. A shame. Sometimes that's the case, unfortunately. But you mean the Warhammer 40k Space Marines Space Marine? The fellow on the front with the chainsaw. Because I'm playing that game. I did really much enjoy the silliness of the kind of... It wasn't supposed to be silly, but it was just so extreme, it was so Space Marine. I never thought somebody could translate a tabletop into a video game so well. If as long as it's a bit longer and a bit more coherent. Let's just look at there. Also, mech, like my gun and my little man sitting on my head.
Better? Now what? Trains ran underground up to the old city. We're gonna find one of the tunnels. Walk on out of here.
You're gonna carry me all the way, sweetheart?
Was planning on it, but now that you're feeling better.
But yes, I'm actually quite excited for that. Sounds like fun. We'll see what they do. We will see what they'll do. Shall we? I'll have to watch the trailer for that, though.
Johnny, you're gonna want to see this.
40k is one of those games that should have been energy translated in video form, but everyone keeps screwing it up. Well, a lot of people wanted to translate the tabletop war game aspect of it. Also, I did notice it. Thank you.
This means we're screwed, right?
Not yet.
Thank you. I worked hard on it. It's very funny. And my suit's white today.
Wait here. We're gonna steal that right.
But yes, a lot of games, from what I know of, were part of that era of real-time strategy games with Command and Conquer and the like, and you had the Space Marines.
Gunny, I can fly a Pelican, but a Phantom? It's been years since I even ran a simulation.
What is it called?
You remember, Trooper. Move.
Yeah, the Space Marine games where you could play as the Necrons and stuff like that, in the real-time strategy sort of thing, like StarCraft and the like. And that really would be translating the actual tabletop aspect. Not bad, better than anything I could do. Well, it looks good from a distance, but it actually is just my arm. I stuck it to my face at the beginning of the stream, so it was just a detached arm stuck to my face.
They're between us and that Phantom.
Oh, Dawn of War, that's it. I remember playing a few of them back in the day. You see, the oldest nephew, the one I don't normally talk about, big fan of StarCraft and real-time strategy sort of stuff. And I played some of the games he had, and he had grabbed Dawn of War at one point. I played the Necrons in that, actually, for a couple of missions. I think that was the DLC for one of the Dawn of War games. It was quite fun, turning your main base into a moving pyramid of death. Could have been very amusing. Oh, nice backflip. I have. You have it, but you need to play it one day. Well, that wasn't a bad time. I'm not much of a fan of the real-time strategy genre, which is strange considering my age, but then again, I never liked chess. So, I had many reasons not to like those series of games. Need to find mods to upgrade the graphics. Well, it's one of those real-time strategies. I always never saw the graphics as much of an import. But they probably are mods.
Go, Mickey, up the lift, kill the pilots. Here goes nothing.
I'm sure there are mods. People did have a soft spot for those Dawn of War games. I actually still think somewhere in this house I have the original discs. I picked them up once, intending to play it myself on my own computer. I picked up a set of discs from from a family store, I think, a thrift shop. And it was functional. And I got it running for a while. Never ended up playing it, though.
On my way.
That I imagine quite well translate the actual tabletop aspect of the game. I think a lot of people have found it hard to conceptualize a non-tabletop style version. Forspoken. It's a game called Forspoken that looked good. Control with focus on fantasy. Oh. Forspoken. I feel I saw that on the Steam store at some point. Yes. Translating what is normally a battle tabletop game, a large-scale battle sort of tabletop game, into a single-player campaign experience can be quite difficult. Because in the actual tabletop game, no one character really does all that much. There are heroes that can give bonuses. Because yes, I did do a bit of 40k back in the day. I more enjoyed painting the models. I wasn't ever very good at it, but I did play a bit of 40k in the back of the day, so I know a few of the rules, and there are some heroes that do give bonuses, but that is usually as far that sort of stuff goes. So I can see how those who are fans of the game wouldn't be able to translate it quite well into a actual campaign. A la Call of Duty and Halo. But what 40k Space Marine did quite well. Also, I just love the voice acting of the orcs. Space Marine!
Go on, Gunny, take the lead. Everyone watch their elbows. Gonna be a tight squeeze.
Space Marine! Yeah, Forspoken. I may have heard of it at some point. On the Steam sort of like, but I haven't actually seen anything about it. But Control with Fantasy. Control was a good game. Oh, I really enjoyed it. Though if I am remembering it correctly, it is almost an exact translation of the concepts that exist in something like the SCP Foundation. I agree. Dawn of War is very faithful to the tabletop game. I wonder if you could get a hero that actually does things like, I believe there's a hero, Vulcan Heston, made all the flamethrowers, double flamethrowers, and I'm too poor to play 40k. Yes, it is quite the monetary investment. I personally didn't actually invest all that much money in it. I only got a starter pack, shared it with one of my nephews who was into it. I still have the models. I think they're sitting on the shelf near me in my office, the office I'm in right now. I never painted them very well. I never got good at painting. My niece, actually, paints them a lot. She doesn't actually play the game. She just loves painting them. So it's quite funny seeing this. She always laughs at the fact that when she comes into the 40k stores, the Warhammer stores, to buy her new models. She was originally Space Marines and stuff like that, but now she's into the new Age of Old Sigma whole thing. She has like a subscription service where they send it to her, a couple of models to her each month, and she can sit and paint them. But when she used to go to I remember buying her for a birthday present a model, actually. Some kind of ghost carriage. And so, it was very funny. Her going into the stores and all these very nerdish men, because unfortunately it is mostly those sort of nerdish men. The lore and the models are great, but expensive, yes. She finds that too, but she has the wherewithal and the money. But yeah, she always laughed at the fact that they would always react very strangely when she turned up in store. These very, it's hard to say nerdy men, but clearly She's good at it. There are people willing to pay for that service. Yes, I suppose. But she's a very passion-driven person. So I doubt she'd be able to... I doubt she'd want to turn it into a monetary sort of thing. She loves painting them, but she does it quite inconsistently. She once lived in a spare room at the house I'm at right now for quite some time with her then husband, well, then husband, her then fiancé, now husband. And she would only, maybe a couple of times every 2 weeks, sort of thing. It was very inconsistent, but I'd catch her sitting at her desk, painting the models. And sometimes, if I was feeling in the mood, I'd go find my old models I hadn't painted yet and do a much worse job at it.
Same as last time, Gunny. Jump out and get the switch.
I even let one of my nephews paint one of the models, and he always just painted everything with the gold.
Damn, door's jammed. Must have lost power.
I'll head through on foot, see if I can find a workaround inside the tunnel.
Painted all the things with gold and green, because the salamanders was him and my both favourites. We like the salamanders and the Space Marines. Flame boys. Being that we had a both penchant for not being allowed to touch bonfires. Otherwise we would set something important on fire. And also Vulcan Heston was just a very cool hero. But yes, I never ended up owning a Vulcan Heston model. For a shame, though. I only ever played about 2 games of actual Warhammer. The rest was just reading the lore. The lore was quite fun. Oh, another bot. I would agree, the lore was quite fun. I also quite enjoyed, when I could, picking up some of those White Dwarf magazines that they run. Hoping in with Control should have gotten more recognition. Also, Alan Wake is finally getting a sequel. Oh, Alan Wake got a remastered recently, didn't it? I played Alan Wake. Actually, before Control came out. I was playing through a lot of the, Remedy games. Alan Wake was not a bad game, quite a fun game. It's a shame I've played it already, because I think it would have been a great game for on stream. But yes. Coming again with Control. Control did get a lot of recognition, didn't it? Though maybe it was a case that people went, ooh, not my thing, because it really does resemble the the very classic SCP Foundation sort of idea.
We got a scarab right by our exit.
This is the best mission ever.
Oh, don't uproar my Banshee! Let me into the Banshee! Cheeky bastards. Can't believe you would do that to me. But yes, maybe Control didn't get as much recognition as I remember, but I should replay it at some point. I should replay it. Wow, that was a throw. Well, they said it looked a lot of iteration from SCP. You are correct. It does take a lot of inspiration, but that's not a bad thing. SCP, I think SCP as a concept requires more recognition, frankly. I understand there are some multiplayer games which look like an awful lot of fun. But it did work quite well. But you could definitely feel that Remedy feeling from it, because I had just played Alan Wake before Control came out, and then I played Control, and you could really feel the bizarre, twisted world sort of feeling from the two games. Secret Lab is good. Just turn off your mic. What, does it attract too much attention if you turn on your mic? Where do I go? Ah, down there, sorry. I feel like I'm being very inefficient with this game. Oh yes, I'm also finally out of quarantine from this morning. Problem is I was stuck in all day, doing this and doing lessons online. Or tutoring online. Are these supposed to be some sort of mine? More like people spamming the N-word. Oh, so it's that sort of lobby. Perhaps I'll still do it for the old... what is it called? Call of Duty Xbox Live chat experience. Truly, the things said in those places made a sailor blush. Would make a sailor blush.
Glad we didn't go with your first plan. Look at those tunnels. Ones that aren't flooded are probably packed with buggers. Hell, I wouldn't go down there even if you ordered me to.
Come on, Veronica. What could be more important than that carrier?
My orders. And Buck, call me Captain.
Mickey, turn around. Find a safe place to set us down.
What? Why?
I lost something. Now I know where to find her.
Isn't that adorable? Isn't that just adorable? Old Nathan Fillion knows what he's looking for. Go work here, believe Australia has a secret COVID concentration. Secret COVID concentration camps? Like, I knew New South Wales was bad, but it wasn't that bad. They're corrupt, not fascist. I have to hear the words. Oh, that's hilarious. The only thing Australia is corrupt, not fascist. Or, well, they're not sending people to the gulag. Though Australia would make a spectacularly good gulag. Like the opposite of the gulags in Russia. They're cold and inhospitable. These ones would be hot and inhospitable. Throw them in the middle of the desert and you'd never find the... No matter how many weeks they walked, they would never find somewhere. Maybe they're onto something. Maybe we should start building prisons. Secret concentration camp gulags. But no, it's... I don't understand how you Americans got that bloody idea. Granted, the problem is, these Americans spouting all this idiocy has unfortunately made it very difficult for us to keep our lockdowns in effect. Because somebody's been convincing some people that it's a good idea to start giant super spreader events. I mean, everything tries to kill you there. Ah, well, yeah. The problem is, in the end, the most dangerous person in Australia is your bloody fellow man. As any hitchhiker back in the 90s, 80s, 70s would know. And in fact, any person picking up hitchhikers back then too. And even these days, likely. If you think it's difficult to find serial killers in America, there's probably quite a few in Australia. Hey, not all of us. Blame the orange mango Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler. It's silly. But it's true, we had quite some strict lockdowns, and we did, and there was quite a few people in our country calling one of the premiers, our premiers is what we call our state leaders. So we have Prime Minister, and on the state level we have Premier, and we have mayors and all that sort of thing. And local members and that sort of thing. If you needed some definitions. And it's granted, they called the Premier of particularly Victoria, which had the harshest lockdowns, and also the sort of people that didn't like being locked down. They called him the Tyrant for a while. Well, they still call him the Tyrant. Old Tyrant Dan. So it's not like those things were just from America. That kind of idea wasn't just from America. We've got idiots too. And Melbourne was very well known for its party. It was the party city, so when they got locked down, they did not like it. Well, actually, they liked it the first time. The problem is when the second time came around, they got very upset. Well, other than that, I was in Queensland most of the time. Queensland was very serious with its lockdowns between states. So it would cut itself off from the rest of Australia. Same with Western Australia and the like. Granted, Western Australia has a far lower population density and a far larger area, and we were all scared that they would secede from the rest of Australia if we left them locked down for too long. Because, funnily, history thing, Western Australia never actually wanted to be part of Australia, it wanted to be its own separate country. Yeah, sorry about what should we do about those guys since you know Guns and Fox. Thanks for that, by the way. Yes. Western Australia has always had an interesting relationship with the rest of Australia. It's where most of the mining operations take place, but it's also one of the largest pieces of landmass in one state. It's about a third of the country. But they're so disconnected from the rest of the state. It almost costs as much as me. If I were to fly to Perth, the capital city of Western Australia, all the way on the west coast, and I'm the northeast coast, they're down on the southwest coast. If I were to fly there, to Perth, it would take me almost as much... Oh, yes. We're finally going to meet up with the team, old rookie. Oh dear. It almost cost me as much to fly to another country as it would to the other side of Australia. That's always the joke. It may not be that these days, but at some point it was. It's cheaper to fly to Bali or Indonesia than it was to fly to another country, my own country.
If traitor escape, it's their fault, not ours.
Yes. Other than that, the only state that really got hit the worst was definitely New South Wales, the most populated state. And the state that, had a real trouble at locking down to begin with. They weren't as quick as the other states in locking down. Granted, a lot of the states had problems with that, but New South Wales in particular was bad. Victoria locked down quickly, but then opened up too quickly. And New South Wales, were fine for a while until they let a boat full of people with COVID-19 into the state. The Ruby Rose incident, where a boat full of people who were infected were allowed back into the state and then weren't controlled properly by the hired security. And that caused the first major outbreak in New South Wales, and it just only got worse from there. And now the state premier is being stepped down because of corruption charges. And, well, you know, it's fun. I don't really want to talk about politics here, but I will. Just know, Australian politics is a nightmare. Most Australians don't really want to be involved in it. There's a reason why we've had so many bloody prime ministers in the last 15 years.
Do it, Virgil, now!
Construction ahead. Expect delays.
I'm gonna die, you hear me?
Oh, but yes, otherwise, pretty much all of Australia is opened up again now. We're almost all at 80%.
Thanks, Trooper. They almost had me.
It's a fun stream, we can dodge even to passings. So we best avoid it, yes.
Stack is locked down tight.
Welcome. Access granted.
Yes. I do.
Buggers! Look out!
No.
What's wrong with you, Virgil? You trying to get me killed?
Warning. Hitchhikers may be escaped convicts.
Alright. Yes, we're almost all completely open now. I was only in quarantine for a short time. Home quarantine, too. So it's quite comfortable, really. And it didn't cost me $6 grand.
My guys. Buggers got all of them. Now I gotta check on that doc myself.
Man, he's dead! Run!
Nah. We're actually getting quite close to the end of the game here. I think we have one more mission as, same what I was saying. I wish we stayed in lockdown for a bit longer and we had less gullible people. Yes. That is the nature of things. I could probably say the same about our country. We have a similar problem as you do with gullible people, but it unfortunately tends to be my generation of the gullible ones. It's a bit embarrassing, really.
More of those insects!
Oh well. Let's go. Why do I feel like this guy's gonna get blown up by a hunter or something like that soon? We're at 65% vaccinated. Ah. We are close to 80% in my state. Well, for me to fly back, we had to be 70. Fly back from the wedding. And they got it earlier than they expected, actually. Vaccination rate. Let me see. The whole country, in total, is 74.5%. Uh-huh. Oh, December 9th, the vaccination rate. No total cases. Fully vaccinated, 80%. We have just reached 80%. Which means all my family members have been trapped in New South Wales because they have cars they need to drive back in, and the borders are closed to cars. Not to planes, but to cars. Should be able to get back in soon. That'll be fun for them. Yes, I didn't realise we'd reach 80%. They thought they were going to reach 80% on December 15th. And it's December 10th. Goodness gracious. Sure, Anastasia Palaszczuk is happy. Anastasia Palaszczuk is the Queensland Premier, by the way.
You're going down to level 9 too.
Mm-hmm.
Guess I could use some backup.
Why do you sound so suspicious about it? Okay, time to break my kneecaps. Crunch. Still at 60%.
Down on your level. Oh no! They're up here too! Coming out of the damn fence! Get back! No!
And I tried so hard to keep you alive. Oh. For the whole US. We have a far smaller population than the US, fortunately. We only have 28 million people, whereas you have 333 million or some such. So, granted, we are like the size of a small European nation. You are massive. 60% is an impressively large amount of people. Oh goodness. I've also recently been told that I'm applicable for able, I suppose we'll just go with able, to get a booster shot, actually. Very interesting. I'd rather they send the booster shots to countries that actually need them, though. I hear South Africa's not doing too well at the time. Speaking of South Africa, we're in South Africa, I believe. That's where New Mombasa is. Ooh, quite cold and frozen here, isn't it? Greed, but you know greed. Yes. Ah, well. It took a long time for Australia to even get the vaccinations it needed. And then... I'm not going to say corruption, but some corruption did make the, a bit more difficult for some states to get their vaccinations they needed because they were going to the wrong place. They were being taken by other states that shouldn't need them. Or at least, taking more than they should need. So, even within countries we've had problems with that. Oh well. C'est la vie.
Welcome. Access granted.
Thank you. Oh yes, yesterday I purchased Halo Infinite in preparation for me to actually play the bloody game. I think I've decided what I'll do... Oh, well, knock on the door. What I'll do with it is I won't play Halo 5, but apparently you need to have played Halo Wars 2, so... I guess at the beginning of the stream we'll just watch a recap together. Nothing, rookie.
Inside, now.
How have you managed to live this long without a helmet? I don't think that fabulous headband is going to have saved you from anything.
This way and stay quiet.
Don't worry, I haven't said a word this whole time.
Some idiots blew the building at the top of the shaft. Woke the whole hive.
Well, they were told to.
Down there, that's the superintendent. The AI that runs every system in the city. My mission, our mission, is to secure the superintendent's data. Problem is, there's only one way in from here, right through the hive.
Strange how they set up a hive so quickly.
It would have been suicide to go alone, and I was hoping for more backup. But I guess you're it. You've been solo since we dropped. Fighting on the surface?
Indeed I have.
Unless you spent all night hiding in your pod, you must know.
Well, really, I only woke up about an hour ago,
Sure.
so...
I got your back, trooper. Keep moving.
Yes, yes, yes. Right through the data center. Over there.
Company.
Bad company? Retreat was a good idea, little boy, but not fast enough. Oh, I got one. Yeah. Whatever. Better go to bed, get work in a few hours. Oh, I'm surprised you're still awake then. Guess you were watching those Game Awards. Well, have a good night. Good night and sweet dreams. Don't let these bedbug bite. They'll certainly hurt very badly if they do. Thanks for watching. It's very kind of you.
Here, trooper, through the door.
Worth it. I'm glad. Ow. Oh, it gives me health. Thank you. Why brute shot? You have a good one. And yes, that would suck. Quite the big bed bug. You really wouldn't want an infestation of those. Hey, there it goes. The advantage of also being a good melee weapon. Poor choice. Staying next to an explosive device. That's weird.
It's getting warmer. We must be right under the hive. Head across the bridge. Let's see if we can find a way up.
This is definitely a firefight area, but there's nobody here. Has the firefight already been fought? Also, you're one of the few streamers I watch from beginning to end. Oh. Thank you. You flattered me. I'm not too sure how to handle compliments. But thank you. I'm glad I can provide such consistent entertainment. A compliment I will carry with me.
Let's stick together. Move fast and quiet.
Goodness. Me and compliments. Always not very good at handling them. Ugh. Oh dear. Silence.
We have to keep pushing through.
How'd you do that? Also, they've really set up high there, haven't they? Didn't realize the ceiling was so covered in it.
Shooting trooper, keep it up. We're almost there.
Good God, how did they do this so quickly? Haven't been in the city for that long, have they?
Follow me. I see a way across.
Whew. Dangerous. Whew. Down we go. Time to break our kneecaps again. How do you keep doing that? Like a bloody ninja.
Phantom!
How do they keep doing this?
It won't be long before they smash through that door. Let's take them out now.
I don't think that gun's gonna help you with that door, mate. Area 51 of the future in the hatchery and they escaped. Maybe! Maybe that is the case.
Not bad. You do know your stuff.
Thank you.
Welcome. Access granted.
Thank you.
Nice and slow. Check your corners.
I assume the machine would be able to check its own corners, wouldn't it? Seems a bit silly not to have it allow it to see its own insides. Oh, yes! The little engineer. Doom.
Don't shoot. We've seen them before on other ops, but we've never gotten this close. Best we can tell, they're prisoners or slaves. Either way, they don't like the Covenant any more than we do. I spotted this one in the tunnels. Watched it access comm lines, security cameras, traffic controls, you name it. Eventually it'd hold up here.
Squelchy.
Oni calls them engineers. Believes they're some sort of biological supercomputers. If I'm right, this one has taken the superintendent's data and combined it with its own. Everything we want to know about the Covenant, what they're looking for into the city, is right in here.
So, that is our package, is it?
Damn! Buggers must have raised the alarm. Buck!
Veronica? Where the hell are you?
Data center, but we're coming out.
We?
No time to explain, but do not, I repeat, do not shoot anything pink.
Whatever you say.
That's a terrible way of explaining that.
Those brutes are here for the engineer. They'll kill it if they get the chance.
You should have explained that in a much better way, old floaty boy.
Stay behind me. Okay?
Looks like I was about to pat her on the head. Like, okay, little one.
The engineer still has shields, but they won't last long in a firefight.
Take point, clear a path to Buck.
No problem. Good night. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed him.
Go, Trooper. I'll cover the engineer.
You better.
Rookie, I could use a hand over here. Come on. This is our exit, Rookie. Head through the door. Left standing.
Calm down, Buck. Virgil. Ah, that's what they call the little thing. This is Virgil, is it?
About this asset. Feel free to fill me in whenever.
Not now, Buck.
Oh, stop. Calm down, Buck. Don't get jealous of the little pink alien. I know he has more appendages than you. But it's about how you use them, not how many there are. Oh, goodness. I feel like I've hung out around Grand too much. I'm making those sort of jokes.
Door's locked. Damn.
Don't worry. We have a key.
Open the damn door, Virgil.
I've seen hundreds of these things today. Why is this one so important?
This engineer knows what the Covenant's after. If I could safely capture more of them, I would. What they know could win the war.
Oh.
You haven't killed any of them, have you?
No.
Oh.
Maybe one or two.
Yes.
Nice work.
Hey, they blow themselves up. Not much you can do, unfortunately.
Drones, heads up.
Did they just run away? Why are you running away from me? I'm not afraid. I'm just here to fly swat you.
This is elevate. Come on.
Oh, look, another one! This one says Varktic! Janiel Williamson. Yeah. Janelle Williamson. Amazing. So many. Really are attracting an audience, aren't I?
Lord, that thing stinks. Kind of reminds me of like... What was that for?
Abandoning the mission.
What mission? You dropped off the grid. My squad was scattered.
Oop, kiss time. Ooh, romantic. I do like to think that Rookie and Romeo and Mickey and stuff is sitting around just in the same elevator. Like, alright, mate.
Thank you.
You did good, Rookie. No doubt. We're not out of this yet.
Silent time. So silent they forget we're here.
Captain, how about you hang back? Let us clear a path.
Agreed. I'll stay with the asset, give it close cover.
Oh, day is broken. Who needs long-range weapons when you've got a shotgun?
Hostiles! Buck, that turret has us pinned. We can't advance.
Flank the watchtower, Trooper. Take it out.
Hello, everyone. That was highly effective.
That's the last of them. Cap 'em. Let's move.
Goodness gracious, I was a monster just then.
Waterfront highway. Fastest way out of the city.
I also think this is the second last mission. I think this will be even shorter than last time.
Sometimes it's just too easy.
Gonna go with another quote retweet. My in-stream posts will be so confusing to anyone who doesn't know what ODST is like.
Can't that thing move any faster?
All the shooting, it's frightened.
Want me to give it a little push?
What do you think?
Just trying to help.
Not testicle, tentacle. That would be funny though. Testicle monster. Goodness. Hey, the first time in a while I don't actually have to go to the loo during the stream.
This way. Should be an elevator right through here.
Does look like a big sack of balls. Maybe I should have called it a testicle monster.
We'll need the alien to power on the switch.
Damn. Missed opportunity for a joke. Really confused people. Because it certainly does look like, well, if your scrotum starts to look like that, I'd suggest not just looking for a doctor, but perhaps an exorcist?
Hit it, rookie.
When did this happen?
They started showing up right before I went underground.
And you waited until now to tell me that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was a little busy making sure perfume over here didn't take around and blow us all up.
Eddie Buck, always thinking with his gun. You haven't changed one bit.
Me? What about you? Oh, so full of big Oni secrets. Couldn't even give a guy a yes or no answer.
That's not fair.
Oh, you got that right.
I never thought I'd see you again.
Rookie in the background just putting up one finger. Guys.
We need to move now.
Not the time.
Plan our exit.
I stole a Phantom, yes, thank you. I hid it in the shipyards down the highway. But I only have room for two, so that thing's gonna have to sit on your lap.
The engineer. Where did it go? Keep me covered. And try to keep up.
Hey, we're in the car.
Take my advice, rookie. You ever fall for a woman?
Make sure she's got balls.
Well, this lady does have a giant floating testicle, and he's just Rookie's very confused by all of this. Rookie's like, righty then.
All right, shotgun.
Got a very confused Rookie.
Captain, pick a lane.
It's a little crowded in here. The engineer's doing something with the control circuits. Hey, watch where you put that.
Gotta be kidding me.
I'm doing the best I can. Just stay out of our way.
Watch out.
Better be glad I don't have medals on, you'd be saying Killtacular.
Covenant must have shut these doors. Give the engineer a second to override the lock. That's it. We're moving on.
Yeah, why not? For the hell of it.
I have him in my... Whoa! What just happened?
I think the engineer found a way to extend its shield.
Ow!
Outer plating. I don't know how strong the shields are, so stay close.
Don't worry, we got you covered. Keep her steady.
I'm not going to do anything of the sort. I need these health packs. Because the only thing that can hurt me is myself, clearly.
Right behind you. Banshee, up above. Another cruiser.
Fun! How many...
They're all heading for the slip space crater. The Covenant dig site north of the city.
Right about now, Master Chief should be heading into orbit.
Watch it. Concentrate on driving. I got this.
Do you, then? Hey! Get up.
Inbound, Marine.
Yeah, I don't think that would work. Ow! Get out. Get in the back, Buck. Come on. Let's go. Oh, is that a Wraith? I hope it's not functional. Oh, wonderful, it's not. Oh dear, bloody god, another one. Ah, I've managed not to flip any of these things. These Warhogs are somehow far more stable than the ones in Reach. Or in 3. Wonder how they did it. There was only that one time at the very beginning that it sort of just decided to flip for no reason.
There'll be more soon enough.
Oh, speaking of flipping. I see why he didn't want us to get in the bloody car in front of them. Jesus. Okay, I'll get the car back.
Get away from there! Keep it steady!
Ah, yes.
Hey, hold up! It's a Gauss hog! Change vehicles! Same deal, trooper. You drive, I'll shoot.
Very good. Actually, I thought I'd be able to get through this one without having to visit the porcelain throne, but I think we will. Give me a moment. I have returned. It is time to continue. But I think we're almost at the end here, though. Come on, Buck.
I'll take gunner duty. Get me some targets.
The recoil on a gun like this must be immense. I actually recently watched a few things about actual sort of railgun turrets. Ghost turrets are a type of railgun, I believe. You're shooting the wrong one. But these ghost turrets, the ones that exist these days, are very powerful. But they do eat energy like there's no tomorrow. And they also are so powerful they tend to rip themselves to shreds. I feel like I should get more so that else goes at the focus of new videos. I didn't think about that. But yes, the actual railguns that exist these days, or railgun-style weapons, magnetically accelerated weapons, they, contain a lot more problems because they tear themselves apart.
Just keep driving. It hasn't spotted us.
They tend to shoot so hard they have to their parts have to be replaced very often, which makes them a bit less efficient than you would hope. But they just use a chunk of, but actually they use a sort of dart. It's a very strange looking dart-like thing. The one that I saw was being shot, at least. The one being tested by the US Navy. They're planning to use it for boats, not for this sort of thing. They were planning to throw it on boats, because you can shoot long distances over flat ocean. Ooh.
I see a Scorpion tank up ahead. We need the extra firepower.
But yes, they shoot like a sort of dart-looking thing, and it just punches through inches of steel. And the idea is why they want to use it for the Navy, at least the reason that the video gave, was because not only could it be shot a long distance, and boats tended to have enough power to shoot them, it also meant that boats wouldn't have to carry explosive payloads, and therefore would make them a lot more likely to not just explode when they were hit. It makes them less flammable if they don't have as much explosive payloads on them. Instead they have these just large kinetic rounds that they shoot. Though I'd imagine the penetrating power would be probably spectacular. But I imagine the actual destruction of a ship, the other ships, wouldn't be nearly as good. But I suppose if it's fast and accurate, you'd be able to take out engines and bridges and the like. But yes, it is an interesting concept to take explosive payloads off boats. I can see why they'd want to, but currently they're a bit too power hungry and a bit too... Oh, there's a supercarrier.
Assault carrier, 10 o'clock high.
At the size of that thing.
They're a bit too much. Ow! How many bloody phantoms are there? I'm gonna use this to cover me. Yes. Tungsten or steel darts. Good fun, really.
It's charging its excavation beam.
But the dig site's on the other side of the city.
Wow. So many ghosts, I think it was an ancient Indian burial ground. I wonder if this storyline could even be played co-op.
No! They're gonna burn this city and then collapse the whole planet! Covenant bastard! This is like Reach all over again!
There it is.
Get it out of there. Make it out of here.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
There's that mention of Reach. And when they mentioned that, they had to put him in the game.
Me. Change your plan. You're coming to us.
Sky's kind of crowded, Gummy.
There's no other way. Covenant just wasted the highway. We're gonna keep rolling as far as we can. Get airborne, fly the Phantom to my beacon.
Understood.
Whatever you do, stay clear of that carrier.
This will be the second time Bucky's seen a city get glassed. A city that's, like, very quite impressive. Look at all these buildings. Looks like a heap of sails. Because he saw New Alexandria get turned to glass as well.
Scarra! Look out! This one's onto us!
We're going too fast. I can't stop.
Veronica! Come to me!
right.
Screw the alien, what about you?
Touching. Touching, Buck.
These garbage trucks had it.
That's a garbage truck? Good God.
Take the next off-ramp. I see a building, north side of the highway. We'll hold up there, wait for evac. Out of the vehicle, trooper. Let's go.
Shame we can't take the vehicle in. It would be convenient to have.
Veronica, wait here. Rookie, let's secure that building.
Oh, back at the uplift reserve, eh?
Area secure. Veronica, come to us. We'll cover you.
Ah, those poor two grunts. They probably thought they were away from everything.
Mickey, what's your ETA? Had to reroute, Gunny. The whole damn city's on fire.
Trooper, I have a tier 1 asset and a whole bunch of Covenant that want it dead. Whatever you gotta do, step on it.
Yes, ma'am.
At least you can fly the damn thing. That's always convenient. I have a statue of a zebra here, but I'm pretty sure all the zebras got killed. Eh. I don't know why I'm so determined to jump on. Damn it, I was on it.
Hostile phantoms coming in.
Yeah. Stop trying to mount the zebra. Oh, I already have. You can't stop me. I'm like a cat. I just must be in the highest place in the room. Yeah, you thought, mate. Now it's another piece of, another message that's going to really confuse people once they get in. They're gonna look... Stop trying to mount the zebra. What the hell are they talking about? A giant ball sack? What does that mean? I'll be dumbfounded. Goodness. And then they'll see me with my gun and my little man on my head. You're supposed to run to your allies when you're stuck. What's the point of sticking you if you don't kill everyone else? I can do that too! Take that, mate. That was the end of that. Let's go get the rocket launcher. Row, row, fight the power. Ow! The hell was that? Somebody sniped me from 6 miles away or something. Why are there so many... Silenced weapons are a specialized piece of kit.
On the highway.
That's not good.
Tell me you see what I see.
Ah, he's put his invincibility on. Bastard. Can't hit the wraiths. Somebody decided they wanted to call me. I really should put up some sort of message to my family so they can't call me while I'm trying to scream. Because none of them live with me, of course, so at least I won't have to worry about them walking in on me. Oh, goodness gracious me.
Just nice to know they really do listen. Come on, let's get out of this city.
Off we go. I think that's that, actually. I think we're done. Only 3 hours and 20 minutes, and I think we're pretty much finished.
That thing's safe?
Long as it don't get hit.
Oh dear, a second supercarrier.
Run! Damn it! Move!
Oh, nuts.
Bad memories of being in a phantom, I guess.
What can I say?
That thing's shooting that laser awful close to the ground. I think they'd want to be a bit high to shoot that sort of thing. Without crashing into all of the buildings, you know? Also, my camera didn't disconnect this whole time. Huh. Wonder why that is.
Easy does it.
We went through hell for that?
Give him some meds, would you? It's important. It knows things.
Get absolutely wrecked, mate.
Mickey, I'm sending you a very special co-pilot.
Oh, come on! I don't want one of those things in here.
It won't bite, and unlike you, it knows what to tell those cruisers to keep them off our tail.
I think they're too busy to care. Looks like they found what they're looking for.
What about you? What about us?
Win this war? Then ask me that again.
I do wonder if he does. There it is. And so we're done. At least I think we are. Yes, we are. Nope. There you go. One of those buttons skipped. Don't know which one it was. And so it's done. Let's jump to the other screen, shall we? Wow, I look ridiculous. I just saw the full image of me pulled up. So, how'd we all enjoy that, eh? Have fun, everyone? Only one more game to go in Halo Week. Unfortunately, other than the fact that that was a shorter game than I expected it to be, goodness. I'm only 3 times shorter than the, I only need to cut down my time by 2 hours and I'll be almost on the world record. But yes. There is one break in Halo Week. I was planning to stream all week, but unfortunately, duty calls. I have to help out with a class I'm volunteering for to teach academic English to people. And then I've also got a party for someone who was trapped overseas for a while. And they finally returned, and so we're going to have a bit of a soiree. To welcome them back into the country. So other than that, that means we likely won't have any time to stream tomorrow. So, fortunately, Saturday is going to be my break day, in inverted commas. Of course, it's not going to be much of a break. I'm going to be doing quite a bit. But that's what happens, unfortunately. I'll be back on Sunday with Halo 4. We'll start at a similar time, maybe a bit earlier in the day this time. Blast all the way through the end. Then finally we can start Halo Infinite. We won't probably be playing all of Halo Infinite on stream, but we'll start up. And if people really like it, maybe I'll continue it. We'll see. Alright? So, if everyone's feeling great, I think we'll finish up there. I've suddenly blanked. Thanks for the stream and good arva. Yeah, good arva to you, mate. Everyone, have a good day, good night, or good evening. And as always, good night, sweet dreams, and don't let those bloody bedbugs bite. Oh dear. I'm coming for... if they do, call me in, look at me. I'm ready to fight. Me and my little me on top of my head will fight to the end of days. Pew pew! Careful of the bots in chat. Yes, that's a good one. Good night, sweet dreams. And don't let the bed bots bite. Au revoir.